post Bahubali, I think it's fair to say that regional is the new national. This whole idea of we are this and you are that, I think is just over, and thank God for that.
Yeah.
Parvati, you've already done a Hindi film. Vijay, you're working with Amir in Lal Singh Chadda. Vijay, you're being wooed by everybody from Karan Johar down. What are your biggest concerns about Hindi cinema? What is your fear, or what kind of feels unsettling about this space? I'm looking at them because you've already done it.
Yes.
My fear is language is the first.
Yeah.
Then
Language.
language, and then I don't know much about this culture, and I don't watch much Hindi films. So
It's the same, sir. And he's working with Ahmed, Lal Singh Chadda.
no, but I believe that the language anybody can learn easily. They can learn, but the culture is very important.
Yeah.
Through that culture only we can connect the audience. So that So more than a language, because language. So if you go to Saudi, if you work for 6 months, we could learn Arabic also. So language is not a big barrier, but I should learn the language. But main thing is I should know the culture properly. Then
But
only
by culture, what do you mean, sir? Like
The nuances will
your
only
body
come from
language?
not the body language. You guys may think in a different way, and we may think in a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe in a family wise, say friendship, or the way you maintain your financial status or your friendship. Anything, it can be anything. The city, every city has an energy, and every state has an energy, and they maintain themselves in a different way. So I should know about that things also, because only I can understand the character, and then I can play the way I know the people in my state or my circle. So I can connect with South India. Maybe Tamil or Telugu, Malayalam, I can easily connect with them because we are very close culture, similar cultures. But when I come to Hindi, that I should know the culture most. Language is not the biggest barrier, because we can. I was working in Dubai for 3 years. I used to speak Hindi fluently. Now it's been 16 years, so I don't have a touch with it. So, but still I can understand Hindi. But language is not the biggest problem, and the main thing is the culture. We should know the culture. Then only we can connect with the audience wherever I go. So in South India, wherever I go, people, they connect with me. They feel. And then if you really know the culture, and if you really care for the people, if you know the society well, and through your art form you can touch everybody. That's what I believe. If you have a pure love for the people, and then innocence you have, and the purity you have, means whatever you do, when if you can just move the cup from here to there, you can connect the audience. That's what I believe.
Innocence is very important for sure.
Yeah, so
innocence for the craft.
then in every character there is nuances there that you can connect with an audience, whether it be it a good guy or a bad guy, that you can connect. That's what I believe.
Vijay, what are your concerns?
Teacher told properly, perfectly. He said, I think he said it perfectly. I think these are the first thing is of course language, but coming from Hyderabad, there's a lot more Hindi, and it's you hear it a lot, you speak it a lot, but you speak a different dialect called Deccani. So that way I know I can figure that out, but definitely to be born in a place, to be brought up there, to know the social, how it, like I can't play a Delhi wala, for example. I don't even know how to say it, Delhi or what. Delhi. So I can never do that. So definitely the kind of cinema, if I do Hindi, will be restricted to some kind of neutral cinema that works across cities. It's not very rooted culturally, and it's not very rooted culturally. It needs to be some neutral kind of film. That's one. And the traffic and rains is also very bothersome.
That's Bombay.
Yeah.
When I did the movie with Tanuja, I still struggled. I still had the South Indian accent coming, the nasal twang, but I do have a habit of mimicking. Like if I spend half an hour with you, I'll probably start laughing like you. My mom used to find out कि मैं किसके साथ हूँ.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Like
That happens. Same thing. Same.
I always start talking like the person that I was spending time with.
Exactly.
Happens.
That's amazing. for
Sponge,
the
that sponge thing
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about.
But the thing is, that's great for the job, but in real life, you're almost like come across as fake, like because I have an accent, if I spend time with an American for a while and all that. So language is great. I love learning languages, but I've also done Kannada films, I've done Tamil films. In the first Tamil film, I used to make the director speak to me in Tamil only, so that I start mimicking him. It's like a little baby learning to walk. Like you'll keep kind of emulating what the other person is doing, but you make mistakes. But I think language is the thought in which a character thinks. Na? Yeah, I can't think in Malayalam and then perform in Telugu or Kannada. So learning the language, so Spot Boys and everyone are great help. So just to ask for water, I make the effort to learn the language bare minimum, and I do beg to dub. I mean, please make me dub. And if I do a bad job, please save the character from me and find the right person. So otherwise it gets really fucked up. But I would love to use my voice. So language is a great thing. But Bombay mein, I have one concern is that there is a lot of exposure of the actor. A lot more than South India. Like Paps, and but also there is a reason for it. I feel like there is a certain culture of that here, which overwhelms me. Like I if I walk around in Kerala, also I have the resting bitch face, so like people don't really come to me, but and also the feminist and the activism part of it, अरे यार उससे selfie नहीं चाहिए. But so I feel like here if somebody does that, I'll freeze. Like because in front of the camera or on a film set, I'm completely naked. Like I can be whatever, but in front of other people, I'm like, but I'm not yours. हमारे बीच में एक contract है. That's the film. That's our give and take. So that's kind of scary, to be very honest. It's not regarding the craft. The craft wise, like I'll just dive in. But the other thing is a little scary. So I can learn.
Okay, if you guys could take advice on process, craft, acting, fame from one actor in Indian cinema, alive or dead, who would it be? Ayushman.
I think I'll not start this.
Yeah.
Because you're the Ayushman.
No. Come on, yeah, don't say that.
Because the Ayushmanism. Like,
It's a tough question.
awkward.
it is.
Let me just think about it. Let me just think about it.
Vijay, for you?
Shivaji Ganesan is one of the best actors.
Yes.
He's one of the best actors. He could do any kind of role. And then Kamal sir, he's brilliant. He's more than actor, he's very brilliant. And then I like Mohanlal sir very much. I don't know how he's performing. He just do it very, very easily.
And I also like to spend some time with him.
So, thank you so much, sir. Thanks. I feel shy.
So sweet.
But, and then of course, hope you know about MGR sir. MGR sir.
Yeah.
He's one of the very brilliant actor. His script sense is very beautiful script sense. And all his movies, his songs are very hit.
Yeah.
He's very brilliant script sense. And he do it on the meter. He's very brilliant. So
All of those.
all of them.
And for you, Vijay?
As in, without shame, like a lot of people on this table, I've had massive crushes, like been in love with some of them.
Well, tell us.
Yeah, like these two I used to.
These two?
She got married, but and I used to love their She's getting married soon.
Why are you with this declaration?
Guys, I made that up. Okay.
And I've loved some of Manoj sir's performance that I've seen. I've watched some of his early films. Ranveer, some work. Like when I watched Gully Boy, I couldn't sleep.
Really?
Like there are some films when I watch, I can't sleep for 3 nights because I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Type thing. So, I've always, I've really liked Ranbir, and I also really like Meryl Streep. But these two, I don't want to talk to them and ask them their process because actors bullshit a lot. Like they'll give you some. I think you have to be their boy or something.
Right.
You need to be on set throughout the day, throughout that film, because I don't even think actors are aware of what all they do completely. I think we do a lot of things subtly that we cannot articulate.
Yeah.
So you need to be there for an entire process of a film, from pre-production to post-production, see exactly how they're going about things and do. But yeah, so I think Ranbir, because him also, I started watching him before. I never knew I'd be an actor when I watched him. The rest I started watching once I kind of became an actor. Like I
So
was
that was a purer love.
yeah, now it's like a colleague type feel. But then it's like pure. Then it's like hero.